Well, I have to tell him I don't like saying daddy because I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I prefer sir, or like I'll use your name. Like,
Yeah.
like that one guy liked me to use his name.
Master. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, or I would fucking be fine with master too.
Of course you would.
I just don't like daddy. I don't know.
I'm looking for all the baddies all over the world. Ladies, where my baddies at? I'm bad. You bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad.
Welcome to the Not So Secret Lives podcast. I'm your host, Shan.
And I'm your host, Karina.
And today,
We can start.
And today we can't get our shit.
I know. What's happening?
I am sweating to death. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about dating in your 40s.
No. It happened.
It happened, and it's crazy because, like, I didn't think that there was going to be a difference, but I am telling you right now, the second that my, like, dating profiles changed from 39 to 40, I was like, wah, wah.
It happened to me this past year. And I was like, wait, where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Where did all the cute boys go?
Now you really have to search for them.
Oh, my God, it's so true.
Just so you know, I've been here the whole time.
You've been here the whole time? The 40-year-old?
Yeah.
The 39-year-old?
1 month, 2 months away.
Oh, yeah. Sean
Yeah.
hasn't 40 yet.
But you just came into our lives, so
Very true.
wah, wah, Sean.
Yeah, dating in our 40s.
Yeah, it's a super good time from experience. It's been really great.
Wait, do our listeners know how old?
I feel that we say it on every episode.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm 40.
And I'm 41.
I'll be 41 this year,
Okay, I'll be 42, so I don't want to fucking hear it. I'll be 42 before you'll be 41, so shut it.
like a month.
Okay, but still, you're going to be 40 and I'm going to be 42.
I'll be 41.
All in my lonely. I know, but for a month, I'm going to be 42.
Oh my God.
All by my lonesome, hanging out.
So let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So I actually I was going to go through, because I Googled like dating in your 40s and just to see like what would come up and like how relatable it was.
Yeah.
And I was originally going to just save it. I have like my notes here.
Yes.
And I was originally just going to save it so we could kind of both be surprised. But then I was like, well, what if it's super lame and like I hate all the things? Then what are we going to talk about?
Right.
Well, I'm sure we would find something.
Dear Lord. I already don't like this.
It's okay. I feel like everything I read was like pretty relatable to like
Oh,
dating in general.
okay.
There were a couple of things that I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But for the most part, I was just like, yeah, that's just dating. And I feel like it's kind of relatable to everybody, but whatever.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So it says, try to meet people in new ways. Even if you've never used a dating app or nope. Yep. Even if you've never used a dating app or walked up to a stranger at a bar, that doesn't mean that you can't start now. Don't limit yourself to how you can meet someone just because of your age. And I'm like, okay, but we use dating apps. I walk up to people all the time. Not all the time, but I mean, it's my thing.
Well, we don't get out a lot.
I know.
We're starting to.
We were sitting at my house the other night
Uh-huh.
and I was like, we need to go out.
And I was like,
We're so
no.
young. Yeah. And you were like, I don't want to. And I'm like, we have to. We're living a wasted life.
Hey, we don't have kids this weekend and we're going out both nights and we're going to be exhausted.
We are like jam-packed.
Yeah.
And I kind of love it. I kind of hate it and I love it.
I love it and I hate it. I told a guy at work today, he's like, what are you doing this weekend? I'm like, well, and I told him everything. Like, I'm an overshare. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to go
That's
do
in
this.
here too.
And he's like, oh my God, your schedule is packed. I'm like, well, I don't have my kids. Like, I have to fit everything in a weekend
True.
socially. And that's how I do it. And then I'll just be really tired.
I know. That's my thing is I'm like thinking about it and I'm like, I'm already so exhausted.
Just
Like,
thinking about our
yes.
weekend. I know.
Yes. That's the difference between your 20s and your 40s for sure.
Can't bounce back like we used to.
Definitely not. And we were just like actually excited and not just like exhausted thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, love connections can happen anywhere. You just have to put yourself out there.
Oh, yeah. Are they saying this because we're old? You just have to put yourself out there, babe.
Well, yeah, because one, gravity's taking over.
Mm-hmm.
Our bodies are changing. We've had children. Our faces don't look the same. Like, we have to try a little bit harder. So go out there and find your connection.
Think we look great, okay?
Okay, we do. However, I mean, there's a difference between a 20-year-old body
Don't have
and a
these
40-year-old body.
lump tits and this high ass anymore
That's
like
what
I
I'm
used to.
saying. It's not the same.
But you know what the teeter-totter of that is?
What?
A lot of women in their 20s still are figuring out what they like sexually, what they're into, what they're not into. And I know
That's so
exactly what I want. And I would rather have that than
That goes into
you wondering. Okay.
kind of a lot of this too, because we'll get into it, but like
Okay.
with age, you kind of just like have that more figured out. I feel
Yeah.
like I sound stuffed up because I kind of like have this sickness that's like lingering.
It's okay.
So it says, choose your partner wisely. Never avoid asking the hard questions for fear that you may scare someone away. Steer clear of dismissing red flags when they present themselves, and work toward establishing a friendship before jumping into marriage. Being single later in life isn't a bad thing, so choose your partner wisely to avoid dating or worse, marrying the wrong person. Which, again,
Mm-hmm.
for anyone, I feel.
Yeah.
And I feel that as you get older, you do choose your partners more wisely because you have, I don't want to say more to lose, but you like have more life experience. So you know exactly what you want in your significant other.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel like I don't know. As I've gotten older, I'm choosing people for different reasons. Like, had my kids.
Yeah.
I'm not marrying or dating. Marrying.
I mean,
I don't know if I'll ever be married, honestly. But dating to like find the person that I want to have kids with or anything like that. So it is different for sure.
yeah, it is.
I don't know. It's more fun. Because it's I mean, like, yes, you want to find your person, but there's not that time frame that you're so worried about anymore, especially as a woman, to, you know, I'm sure most women think this way, like, I really want to get pregnant at this age, and
Yeah.
just for so many reasons. Like, one, after a certain age, like, it's harder for some. You want to be able to bounce back and look how you looked before you had your kids. Like, because I had my kids older, and it was a lot harder for me to get back to like my pre-baby weight rather than like having them in my 20s. So I don't know. There's a lot of different factors.
Yeah.
But now I've had my kids, done all the things. Like, now I'm just like looking for a partner for me,
Mm-hmm.
not for any other reason.
Right. And you're having fun while you're doing it, which
Yeah.
is great because you don't have like
Those expectations.
yeah. You're just, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Totally get it, babe.
Yeah.
So this is as far as like dating and like once you're like getting into the dating world goes. So it says, keep your first date light. Conversations on the first date should be all about getting to know each other, finding common ground, and determining compatibility. And then it says, be careful not to overshare.
Both of us were like, let
Yeah.
us tell you everything about us.
Yeah. It says, be cautious not to fall into the TMI trap. I'm like, Will.
I've gotten better. I've gotten better at that.
Yeah, you probably. I think for me, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't have anything in my life that I'm ashamed of or about.
Yeah.
And so when I am dating, it's almost like I have this weird level of comfortability, even if it is the first date,
Yeah.
where I'm just like an open person anyway. And so I'm like, hey, let me tell you. Let me tell you the things. And they're like, go.
I love that about you, though. And the guys that you go out with love that about you, too. So who cares?
I mean, it's nice. And I think it gives that level of comfortability to whoever I'm with, too,
Yeah.
because then they're like,
this is a real person.
yeah, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So there's this part that is actually a really good piece of information. If you lack self-esteem or are unhappy with yourself and your situation, it's not attractive to someone that you're newly dating. Instead, be the person that you want to attract. And I was like, that is such a good point.
Fuck yeah.
Put a bunch of like exclamation points by it.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah. Like, and you know, you don't think about it yourself. Like if you're going out on a date with somebody, you don't want to go with somebody with low confidence.
Mm-mm.
I love a confident man. Like that is so attractive to me.
Same.
And so yeah, you don't want to be that person that's like, well, this is happening and this is happening and I'm fat and I'm ugly and blah.
That's an instant turn off for
totally.
me as a woman going out with a man, and I'm sure for a man going out with women, they don't want to hear that. Like,
For sure.
it changes your view on them, because I could have thought that you're like the hottest guy out there, and then you come in and you're like literally trying to talk me into not thinking that you're hot anymore. Like,
Seriously.
it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna think that you're hot anymore. So
And it's so funny that you say that, because when I go out and I'm like, okay, well, this is what it is. And it's like, I am almost trying to get them to not like me.
don't do that.
I mean, I'm just putting it all out there. I'm like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Well, but you're so confident in the way that you say it that it's not like, meh.
Yeah, that's,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You're just like, this is me.
this is me. Take it or leave it.
Yeah,
But
exactly. I'm dating with intent, but then I also have this side of me where I'm like, I still want to have some fun. And
yeah,
like in the meantime of
Yeah.
finding somebody.
right.
So, but then is that really good or healthy for me? Probably not. But the fun is just so fun.
It is fun. And so that's why I think I go back and forth so much about
Mhm.
like, do I actually want to date with intention? Do I want to just date for fun? Do I want to date at all?
Mhm.
Do I want to find a connection? Because like I don't know. Because it is fun. And like
Yeah.
I mean sometimes it's not fun, but like for the most part it's been pretty fun.
I think I always go back to this, but like our last time around, like getting back on the dating apps, like this last time.
The last stint,
Yeah.
if you will.
Has been so fun for the both of us, because we just kind of went in it with like being like, yeah, we're just going to have so much fun and like not take things like super seriously. And if something happens, it happens. And I have never had more fun dating ever.
Oh, true.
And because before I was like, oh, I would get my feelings super hurt. I would like
Yeah.
try and put myself out, almost like try too hard.
Right.
And now it's like, still like, yeah, I'm going to show up and I'm going to look nice. Yeah, I'm going to have like manners and whatever. But it's not like it was. I don't know how to
True.
explain it.
No, I totally get it, but it almost makes me wonder if we're like shooting ourselves in the foot.
We are.
Because we just have this like I don't give a fuck attitude now.
We are. I don't know how to get back.
Yeah. Well, like for instance,
Because I do want to date with intention.
right.
Yeah.
Right. But like for instance, I can't even see we were dating. We went on multiple dates.
Mm-hmm.
We had conversations.
Which guy? You have to reference.
Houdini.
Okay.
And it was fun and
Mhm.
like I liked him. Like
Yeah. That's
I don't
where
want to say I was getting the feels, but like I definitely liked him. So anyway, moral of the story, when he like pulled away and was like, hey, this seems like it's getting super serious. Even to that point, even though I did like him, like in my mind, I was still like, I don't see it getting serious. I see it as being like fun. And so when he was like, whoa, 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 like that don't give a shit attitude, I was like, okay, cool. And then like literally didn't think about him again.
I get that from you. What upsets me about his side of it is it's like, it's okay to have deep conversations and it's okay to like have fun together and it's okay to talk about like, oh yeah, like maybe we could go do this at a later date. It doesn't mean that like you want to fucking get married.
Well, he really certainly thought that I was trying to fucking lock
know.
him down.
But that's what I'm saying is like that just shows me that maybe that's a him problem, not a you problem, because I have hung out with guys. I am currently hanging out with a guy where like we have a lot of fun. We talk about some deep shit. Like we talk about like future things and not things, but like dates of like doing stuff. And we're cool.
Well, okay, but I also don't think that you guys had the same kind of conversations that we were having.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
Because we were having like some deep talks. But to me, I wasn't like putting all my eggs in his basket being
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this is it for me.
Well,
I was more like, this is fun. Like, I like this connection. This connection is great.
well, and for me and this other guy, like we kind of established on date one, I'm like, yeah, no, this is not ever going anywhere. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why.
Well, and you know me, I love a good love bombing. So I was like here for it. And I don't take it to heart. I'm just like, yeah, love bomb the fuck out of me,
Tell
baby.
me how cute I am.
Tell me all these plans you want to make with me. Be adorable. I love that for us.
Throw me on the bed and take me.
Yes. Always. That's like my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I mean, God.
When it's like, feed me tacos, tell me I'm pretty.
Yes, babe.
Yeah.
You should get that tattooed.
No.
Get it in like Greek or something so it looks all cool or like Italian.
Well, it's tacos. It'd have to be like Spanish or something.
Isn't tacos in Spanish tacos?
Probably.
It would have to be in Spanish.
I know, but the whole thing.
Mi amor tacos.
The whole thing is what I'm saying. Not just the tacos part.
I know, but that's why I said mi amor tacos. My love is tacos.
It really is.
What's pretty? Bonita.
It's
Bonita.
actually backwards. Because
So tacos, mi amor.
it's tacos, my love, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So feed me
You're
tacos and tell me I'm pretty. No, okay. It has nothing to do with love.
No, I don't. Oh my God. No,
It's fine.
it's fine.
My whole point to that was
Get a
if
tattoo.
you're going to get in Spanish, it's still going to say tacos.
I know, it's fine. I don't mind. I'll be like, it'll be.
What?
Yeah.
Is it about tacos?
Definitely not. Pink tacos.
Okay. Bring it.
So, as a guy who's listening to this,
Yes.
what would it actually take to, like, from a guy's standpoint, to get you two into an actual relationship?
Oh.
I think for me, if the person that I was like hanging out with would have just like kept that flow, that could have got me into a relationship because he was like speaking my language. We had a connection.
Yeah.
There were things that were said and done, and it was just fun and lighthearted and like, I don't know if that momentum could have kept going. And I'm trying to like put it into words because I
Definitely
hear
think
it in
that
my
would have
mind.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, there's so much more that goes into it though, because like you have to, for me, like someone has to be like established in life and like,
This guy was.
right. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
If the
so that's what
momentum
you're
would
saying in
have
general,
kept
yeah.
going,
Mm-hmm.
then it totally could have happened that way. But it takes two to tango, baby.
I think so too.
I think I'm trying to think back now because I am so far removed from it at this point,
Uh-huh.
which is true. You know this.
Yeah.
I'm so far removed from that at this point now that it's kind of hard to look back and remember how I was feeling at that time.
Hmm.
Sorry, Sean, I totally segued off your question. But anyway, for me, it would take somebody who can banter with me, who can speak my love language, who loves to give me attention, which this guy wasn't like big on giving attention, but this is just like a generalized thing. I like attention. I like someone to reach out to me to let me know that they're thinking about me or to plan dates or to like be super engaged when we're together and be very affectionate and like,
Yeah.
it's just little things that like really can't be put into words, I think, for me.
Yeah. Mine would probably be a lot of those things that you said. Good banter, make me laugh. Just like the attention, like, but a healthy attention, I guess. Like checking in with me, planning dates, just making plans, being like, hey, show up at this time, wearing this. I've got it taken care of. Like, that's a lot for me. Also, just like feeling safe and protected are big ones for me. Also, me not having to feel like I'm either their mother or Like, what's the other thing? Sorry.
You basically want a man that puts you in your feminine energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've said this a million times.
Me too. And that's why I always say I can't
It's
understand
so
a man
big.
who's in
Yeah.
his feminine. Like I can't get
There's not a lot out there, but there's also not a lot of men that can put women in their feminine energy. It doesn't mean that they're in their feminine energy. It means that they're being like basically little boys, like
yeah. I honestly think
type of
that
thing where like you have to take care of things, you have to plan things, you're weirdly paying for things, you're like, and like I've been in so many relationships like that, and I do not want that. Like I want to be the one that I
being catered to almost.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about it so many times. Like my work, I am in charge of a lot of things. Like I want to come home and like not be in charge of anything.
Yeah.
You know, like I just want to be like, cool, you got this, awesome.
But on the same token, like all of these, we are totally getting off of track. But
No, I don't think so.
yeah, but someone could be providing like all of these things, but if the chemistry is not there, it's not there. So it doesn't matter how much they're giving you, like on paper, everything you've ever wanted.
Well, of course not. Yeah, like chemistry is obviously number one, like a good vibe,
Yeah.
because none of whatever sorry, hold on. None of what I just said will work unless there's chemistry. So
I think you're
yeah.
getting flustered because we're frustrated that it doesn't seem to exist. And when it does exist, it's like
It doesn't exist.
scary or whatever, which is just fucking insane. But
No.
I don't either. Did that answer your question?
It did. I just, from an observation standpoint, I feel like men in general love to talk themselves out of whatever situation that they're in
Yeah.
by either
Mm,
disclosing too much or acting a certain way.
yeah.
Yeah. And you've said that before, but it's crazy because, like, if you can feel the chemistry on both ends,
Why would
then
you sabotage
you should
it?
just lean in. And that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. If there is a huge piece of advice that I could give to anyone, is even if you're scared, if you're like feeling it with somebody, lean in. Just lean into it. Let it happen. You might get hurt. Sure. That could happen to anyone.
I think that's everybody's biggest fear is like, well, okay, well, what if I get hurt? And it's like, well, what if you never try? And then you'll be sitting there thinking like, I won't know what could have happened. It could have been good. It could have been great.
Yeah.
But like, and that's my thing. I've always had that thing. No matter how many times I've been hurt, I do try to lean into it because I'm like, I would rather try and have it not work out and be hurt for a little bit than not try at all and always wonder what if.
Yeah.
Because that's like a wasted life, I feel like.
That is what I was going to say is like, if you have something in front of you,
Mhm.
if you are
Like,
at
take
this
it.
point, take it. If it is being served to you on a silver platter and it is what you want, granted, if it's what you want, like, don't freak yourself out. Just like go for it. You know? Don't fucking live a wasted life.
Even if you think it's not what you want. Because sometimes we're so in our head that we're like, oh no, we don't want this. But maybe it could be like the best thing for you.
That I'm telling you from experience, there have been times that I would like get the feels or like someone who came out of left field and did things that I was like, okay, this is crazy. I did not think I would like this. And I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Sean. Okay, so we're going to actually change gears here.
We're going to talk about how we feel about dating in our 40s.
We're just going to talk about the things that we have experienced in dating in our 40s.
Love that.
I also love that. In fact, I actually did write a list about these things as I was reading through all of this fucking homework that I did for 27 hours. So we will get started on that. And then we actually have Sean here, our audio / producer / manager, whatever. Did I say manager twice?
Our third.
Our sexy audio man.
Yeah.
He's going to be chiming in, asking questions, doing the things.
Love.
Love. We love you, Sean.
I love you both.
Oh.
Fucking should.
I'm like, oh, so wait. As you should, Sean. that is not the epitome of our personalities, I don't fucking know what is.
1,000%. Oh my God. That is amazing. I love that just
Got
happened.
The sweet and the spicy.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's so funny.
Okay, let's hear these.
Okay. I just was kind of rambling after I was like reading all of the other things that I read via the internet. So I posted on the Are We Dating the Same Person page.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, my best friend and I have a podcast. We're going to be talking about dating in your 40s. Do you have anything? Oh my God. It blew up, but not in the way that I was hoping it would.
They were all wanting to be guests.
Every single woman just wanted to be a guest.
Like, did you actually read what I wrote?
Right. Well, and it's fine. Like, we love guests. That's great.
Yeah.
But like, what are you going to bring to the table?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the conversation?
We need
What are we going to talk about?
experiences.
Yeah. I more want to hear how it's been for you dating in your 40s.
Did you get any good ones?
Which got me to my list. No,
Oh.
because everyone just wanted to be a guest.
Are you serious? Every single
Yes.
person? Oh.
Yes.
Jeez.
If you go through and read, but it's great because one of my really good friends, Haley, I've known her forever and ever. She is going to be a guest on the podcast because she has been fucking through it with dating.
Oh, and you showed
She
me a picture
has-
of her. She is gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. You two could collaborate and write a fucking book. Like, the shit that she has been through is absolutely bonkers. So anyway, she's going to be a guest. Moral of the story. So some things that I wrote down is, and I don't even know if this has to do with your 40s, but like trying to date on dating apps.
Mhm.
And this is for men and women. So many catfish.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where I know if a man is a catfish. 1,
Yeah.
he's incredibly good looking. 2, he has pictures of him traveling all over the world. 3, if the last 2 pictures of his are of like landscape, he's a catfish. 3, if he's incredibly good looking.
If he has a
Or 4,
PhD.
whatever. Yeah, if he's got a PhD.
I've noticed. He
and
has a PhD and he's a Leo and he's gone to the University of like
whatever. He's gone to Yale.
air. No, it's like
Oh.
the out of the country universities.
see.
I'm like, yeah, cool.
But you know I don't read that far into it. So but when I look, they typically don't have a description and it says long-term relationship.
I just want to find my person.
Yeah. And then they message you. Like, there have been times that I've
Immediately.
matched just to match, and they're like, hello, my gorgeous queen.
It's lovely to meet you here
You know what?
on this app.
Yes, I did one today specifically for this because I wanted to get a message so that I could read it so that women are aware. Okay. This message says, and I quote, Happy Thursday. The meaning of travel is not only about beautiful scenery, but also about delicious food along the way. What places are on your bucket list? Cool. Bali. I have not been there, but I have been to, I don't even know, Maldives.
Maldives. We should go there. That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
I think the scenery is very charming and there are many abundant fish species. And that's how you know.
Oh my god.
Um,
I think there's the catfish. Oh, sorry. Go ahead with your list.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You can definitely add as we're going along.
Well, just 2 things that popped up for me in my head just now is I'm finding, and maybe this is because I haven't like reset my settings, which I don't care at this point.
We cannot
They're
care.
like 26-year-olds who obviously have like a mommy fetish of some kind.
I mean,
Or like a MILF, not a mommy, I would say a MILF.
yeah.
Because if he ever called me mommy, I'd probably slap him across the face, like just instinctually. Or
Hey, mommy.
Sean.
Yeah, but you're not in your 20s, and I have a 23-year-old son, so if a 23-year-old called me mommy, I would probably throw up.
Or it's like 50 and up, which like is fine, but like there's no one in my age range
Okay.
anymore.
I love that you said that because do you want to hear what I wrote verbatim?
What?
It's either 50 plus men or someone's 20-year-old son who wants to treat you like a queen. There is no in between.
There's not.
There is not.
And what's so funny is these 20-year-olds are like oh my God, I would treat you so good. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you would with whatever
Yeah.
job you have right now
Right.
or in school.
Yeah.
But then, honey,
No.
you're going to want kids. I'm not having kids anymore.
Mm-mm.
And then the 50-year-olds are like, they're either like, yes, I'm going to treat you like a queen, or the opposite.
Well, and there's nothing wrong. If I
No.
could find a 50-year-old plus man who was hot,
Good looking,
good looking,
fit.
because I'm not super picky.
I'm not
on
opposed
looks.
to that. I'm not opposed to that. But like in my head, I'm like, I'm not 40.
No,
I'm not 40.
I'm not 40 either, babe. We are 25
Yeah.
and it's fine. So we can't understand 50 plus men. It's fine. So my next thing on that, talking about age, or speaking of age, I should say, men in their 40s are not ready to settle down! ! I cannot.
Which is so weird.
Yeah, because these men,
You're not ready to settle down in your 40s. You're never going to settle down.
and I get like life experiences and like dating experiences and marriages, whatever,
Okay,
probably fall into it.
I do get that. Like
However,
getting
like,
divorced at 40, maybe.
yeah,
The only way that I could see not ready to get into a relationship at 40 is if you were somewhat fresh out of a divorce, that like the marriage lasted like a really long time.
or even if you're like finding yourself or whatever. But you know what? I can't even speak to that because I have no fucking clue what I want.
Same. Calling ourselves out over here.
You're right. Oh, God. This isn't a woman and man divide, I feel, but like we like to
same time,
bitch
if
about
I
it, so it's
Came
fine.
along, I'd be like, yeah, cool. Try that.
Cool. Yeah, but I feel that you and I are also a little bit more open to leaning in because we are like each other's biggest fans. And so we're like, lean in, let it happen. Let those feelings fly. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. No, I agree.
We cannot know.
Mm-mm.
Heartbreak.
Oh.
Once upon a time when we were on dating apps and we were swiping,
Uh-huh.
before it hit 40,
Yeah.
when it went from 39 to 40, the whole fucking thing changed. I would swipe on these guys and I'm like, oh, yeah, great. Cool.
Yeah.
It was like match, like
Mhm.
instantly. The second I turned 40, it was like, you can have everyone's leftovers. Like, we'll give you what's left from the 20 and 30-year-olds. It's so true.
Oh my God.
Sean,
Yes.
why is age for women with men a big deal?
Wait, as far as from a guy standpoint,
Well, yeah, because like seriously, 39, any match I wanted. 40, pictures haven't changed. Nothing has changed on the bio, on the things.
Yeah.
Like a third or a half of the matches. What is it?
so God, this is such a hard question because
Is it ego?
no, I don't feel like I would be like what
Be
you call your
honest.
typical guy that you two run into.
This is so true. I also feel that way because you're a very genuine, down to earth
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, you're a good guy.
I don't really look at the age and be like,
Sean's single, everyone.
I am. I
Hit him
don't
up.
look at the age and be like, oh, well, she's 41, so I'm not going to do that.
Mm.
But I have this thing that the universe loves to bring me like 24-year-olds.
Mhm.
Same.
So, but the problem I have, like from my end, dating a 24-year-old is I can't really connect with them on a, not necessarily an emotional level, but more like a life experience still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too, like I really do like the deep conversations
Mm-hmm.
and like getting someone
That is the best.
through like, understanding of whatever it is we're talking about.
Yeah.
I just know like when I go out and like I see an attractive girl, if I start talking to her, we start talking about like what we do for work. And right now I'm not one to talk because I'm not working, but
You are, though. You're grinding for us and you're grinding for your
I
podcast.
know, but it's not making money right now. Please subscribe.
Like and
Like,
subscribe.
tell me like, oh yeah, like I'm a waitress, and there's nothing. I'm not saying there's anything
No.
wrong against a waitress, but if there's no like life experience and there's no like will to want to like grow in life, like that to me is like the most biggest unattractive thing there is.
Totally like no ambition.
Right. So, I mean, but from like a regular guy's standpoint, I mean, I feel like if you're single around the same age we are, there's a lot of people that are just lost and don't know what they want in life.
Yeah.
And some, like most people are coming off of either like shitty relationship after shitty relationship after shitty relationship,
Yeah.
or they're on their like first or second marriage or coming off of it.
Yeah.
And they don't know, like, they don't know themselves, but they just think like, because society's telling them like, hey, you're 40 or you're 39, like, you got to get your shit together and find someone. So they start rushing things. And
Yes.
like, that's so wrong. But, you know, again, like a typical guy, if he can attract a 24-year-old girl, he's going to jump into that head first because she's younger. But I don't feel that's like a knock against you girls. I just feel like people don't have their shit together emotionally.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and I love that input too, and it totally makes sense. I had a guy, he was 33, and he told me the other day on Tinder, which it's fucking Tinder. One of the things that a guy on Tinder, I'm pretty sure he was 33. He was saying something, and I noticed on his bio, because I don't even look at their like bio or their things until they message me, and then I look, and it was like looking for fun or whatever the fuck.
Casual fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I always look.
And so so I messaged him. I was like, hey, we're probably not going to be a good match. Like after he had messaged me, and I was like, I'm not looking for a hookup, and he said, oh fuck, what was it? God damn it. I was like, hey, I'm not looking for a hookup. And he told me, hang in there. I was like, thanks, bud. Like, what the fuck do you say to that?
Fuck you.
Actually, a great response.
Oh my God. I laughed audibly, like out loud. I laughed. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Hang in there. Thank you.
Hang in there. Thanks. I know I had a guy when I was like dating with a 10. I'm like, dude, and I forgot to look at his thing, and it was like the something casual thing. He's like, so, I'm like, no, I don't really want to. He's like, I can't remember. I deleted it. But he's like, if you change your mind, I'm like, I won't.
No, thank you.
I'm like, bye.
Goodbye.
And then I'm doing it with a 47-year-old man.
It's fine. He's super awesome. Like, you have so much fun.
Oh, no, we have a lot of fun. He's a fun guy.
I think
But
if
it's
the
just
first
funny.
date wouldn't have been such a fucking banger, like you probably wouldn't have. You would have been like,
Oh, no.
bye.
If it would have been like any other regular day, I would have been like, no, thanks. But it really, like, it was a fun weekend. It turned into a weekend thing. And
You
was
had a
way
blast.
All right, here's one. What's your love language?
All?
Yeah, I think we decided all. I love physical touch. I love words of affirmation. I love
Okay,
I
but
like
if you have to pick one.
physical touch and
One.
quality time. Oh,
Oh, no.
no, I don't want to pick one.
If I had to choose one, I think it would be words of affirmation.
I love the physical touch, but I also like.
I think Karina's a stage 5 clinger. She likes quality time.
I do.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong
stage
with that.
five.
No, you're not, babe. There's nothing wrong with that, though. Quality time is
You like
so
quality
amazing.
That is what I've always wanted in any of my relationships was like quality time, and it's not always something that I got. So
That's true.
maybe it made me a stage 5 clinger because I'm like, I just want time spent. I want like quality time spent, not just like random stupid things. Like I want thought to go into it and
Yeah.
romantic things and blah, 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 like a princess.
Yeah. So I think that, seriously, I think if I had to choose it
would be words of affirmation for you, for sure. I think.
I think it would too, just because, again, like back to love bombing. Like, but
I love a good love bomb.
I do. But from the right person, right?
Yeah. Well, there has to be a vibe there first.
Yeah.
You both have to be vibing
Yeah.
for any of this to come to fruition.
And I think that to me, it also comes back to like communicating and like having deep conversations, because I like the conversations with substance. And that to me is words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Like having that like vibe of like,
Yeah.
bleh, you know, bleh. Words are hard. Words are hard. I love words of affirmation. But yeah, I think that for me, it is. And I think a lot of it comes back to like your childhood and like your attachment styles and the way that you were raised. I really think that that's where all of this stems from is, and just like life experiences in general, like the relationships that you've been in. Like for us, we're in our 40s. You're barely into your 40s. I'm also kind of barely into my 40s. Moral of the story is it's like we've been through some shit. So we've had time to like, even though we feel that quote unquote all of the love languages are our love languages, we certain ones stick out more, and love languages mean different things to different people, I feel.
I agree.
This is true. As a like mine, if I had to pick one, is physical touch, but it's not like a sexual thing at all.
Mm.
You know,
Like hugs and like touch.
I mean, I would say more like,
Okay, so like when I come up to you and I like rub your hair or like I rub your back or whatever when we're just like chilling.
yeah, that's like,
I love that I make it sound like we're in a relationship, but I get what you mean is what
yeah,
I'm
for
saying.
me, that's like instant thumper.
Yeah. Well, it's true. I mean, like,
Yeah.
again, the words of affirmation for me is more like deep conversations and like getting that validation from conversations and like having someone check in to see how you're doing and knowing that somebody cares in that way.
Yeah. And for me, the quality time is like, oh, you chose to spend time with me rather than doing something else.
Yeah, especially
Like,
as I
that's a
age.
big thing.
Yeah.
Like, because like you said, like, and thinking about it, going back, it's like, okay, you're choosing me
Yeah.
right now over something else that you could be doing.
Right.
You're choosing to spend your time with me.
Yeah.
And that's huge for me.
It is. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that especially at our age, again, back to like being in our 40s and the people that we are trying to connect with being in their similar age range,
Yeah.
time is a big deal.
Yeah. Because I
Because
mean,
it's
we're all busy.
hard to make time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like for me, almost impossible to make time because I choose to spend my time wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether that is alone time, Shan time,
We choose each other, I think, over
Karina
everybody.
time.
But Shannon, the small
Canceled my day. I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah.
in the small amount of time I've known you,
Yeah.
like I've heard you say this before, but you still find like enough time to like go out on dates and do stuff. So,
But it's very intentional.
well, right, I get that, but I feel like you have more time than what you actually think you do.
No, I know that I have time, but that's what I was saying is it's how I choose to spend my time
Yeah.
because my time is incredibly valuable to me. I would say that like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like the biggest priority, my time is like a 9. That's how important it is to me.
I mean, typically I bill out at about $500 an hour.
Well, as you should. We're already fucking 10 grand in at this point. Okay. What other questions do you have, Sean?
So, what would be like the perfect date for both of you two?
I fucking hate this question.
Mm,
I get asked this a lot on dating apps.
date.
Are you talking perfect first date or perfect date in general?
Let's just go date in general because I feel like first dates are such a train wreck anyway.
Okay.
Agreed.
So my perfect date in general would be like driving up a canyon on a warm night and like laying under the stars and just like shooting the shit.
Oh, that's cute.
Going to the beach.
Going to the beach.
That would be like the most
Moving
perfect
to the
date.
Great Salt Lake.
I think.
Hell yeah.
I think mine would be like a culmination of just all the things. Like start out with, like it would be a whole day / weekend. Like
Yeah.
again with my time thing. Like I want to be like, wake up, let's do breakfast, let's go like shopping or like go to a spa and do pedicures and manicures or whatever, and then like go get a massage, and then we go and have lunch, and then maybe you go off and do something and I'll go off and do something, and then we meet up for dinner, have dinner, get all dressed up, go out dancing. And then we're laying there in bed and we're like, hey, maybe we should go on a trip. And then we go on a trip. It's
All of the things.
All of the things. Like, I want all of the things. I want, like,
So pretty much
all of it.
what Shan just experienced with Alaska.
a little bit. Except without.
Yeah.
Self of it.
Yeah.
Well, we would actually
but
go on the trip though. Like we would
Yeah.
book it that like it would be spontaneous and again, it would have to be on a weekend where I didn't have my kids, but it would be like, yeah, let's like go.
To that point, yeah, I think it would be fun to like spend a weekend away and just like, if I'm really vibing with this person and the chemistry's there, it would be so fun to just like
That could go with
Even
a
just for
significant other though.
fun.
Yeah.
Like to just like
Yeah.
get away and just like have fun together and see how the other person is like
What I'm saying, like
in an
I love
intimate
the
setting.
spontaneous things like
I do love spontaneity a lot.
Yeah.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneous fun.
Spontaneity.
So I'll give you an example. It would be like hey, I'm here. Do you want to come and meet me? And I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
like, let's do it.
Yes.
It would be like so much fun.
To have someone who just spontaneously wants you there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm here. I want you to be.
And if I could make it work, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
You know what? That is my perfect date. For someone to be like, hey, I want you here. You should come.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck yeah.
And if they made it like it was a comment, like I'll send someone to get you or like
Yeah.
have your thing booked or
Sending
whatever.
an Uber.
Yeah.
What time is best?
Yeah.
Like, blah, 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 blah.
Dress
blah.
this way. We're going to do this, and that. Like that kind of stuff I fucking love.
Spontaneity.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I'm gonna give your
I can't.
male audience portion a very a good tip to dating, especially on first dates.
Mm.
In general or us?
No, in general, because I know you guys will agree with this.
Okay, let's see.
I haven't
This
been
kind of goes along the lines where I feel like guys get it wrong. So I know one of the biggest like pet peeves for women, and especially for you too, is a guy that doesn't have a plan, right?
I thought that was true.
Oh, no. I hate when they don't have a plan.
So have a plan.
Yep.
But also have like multiple places you want to go. And the reason why you
Yes.
do this is because
Multiple options.
well, but you actually hit on those options though.
Mm-hmm.
So for an example, like, and I'll use Shan as an example. Her and I go out to dinner, and then I'm like, hey, let's go to this
Vibing.
place where we can go smash things. And
Oh!
there.
Yes.
And I'm like, hey, the night's still young. Let's go to a bar. Let's have some drinks. Just 3 dates in
So fun.
date.
Yes.
Exactly.
I just changed my mind again. That's my perfect date.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying is like when of course the vibe has to be there, but like if you're vibing and like it starts with something, but then you're like, oh, I still kind of want this to keep going, and like it ends up being all these fun things like a smash room. Like, oh my god, I would love that.
But that's your
It does-
like spontaneous deal.
Yeah.
And like, not only do I feel like guys talk themselves out of a situation,
Mm-hmm.
but if they just shut up and listen to you guys and then like expand on what you're saying and actively ask questions to keep you talking and then come with like this juggernaut night where they're just, place after place after place.
Yeah.
Like you would, like so many women would be like, holy shit, like this guy is so different from everyone else.
It's true. Like, so if you're really vibing with a girl, like, put effort in. That first date, man, that's going to set the fucking tone. Well,
It's like a job interview. If you fuck your job interview up, you're not going to get a second interview.
amen, honey.
It's true.
Oh,
And we can only speak for us because not everyone's like us. Some
Not
people
yeah.
just, like,
I was gonna say not every woman would
appreciate
or
all
man.
of the spontaneity.
spontaneity.
but I would
Is that
also
what it's
like,
called? I can't.
but I would also tell your male listeners too, like, always go for the kiss if you're feeling it. But
If you can feel that it's there,
Yeah.
for sure, go for it.
also don't expect to get laid that night.
Yes, please.
Not everyone is like Shan. I'm just kidding. I haven't done that in a long time.
No, I know.
But typically, when I do sleep with someone right off the bat, it's because I don't really like them.
Well, you don't. It's not that you don't really like them. It's that you don't see it going.
Well, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Yes, you're right.
It's not that you don't like them. Like they're fun.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
They're good
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
But I have not done that in ages.
Yeah, I think it was last summer.
I feel like I don't even like sex anymore at this point. Like, where do you go?
You need,
Send help.
if you're not using it, you're losing it.
For fucking real. Hey, if you're a good lay,
Very true.
take down my phone number, 801-555.
I was like, don't give out your phone number.
867-5309.
867-5309. Let's take this show on the road. Oh my
I guess
God.
I agree with you though, Sean. Like when people are like, "Are you spontaneous?" My first thought is always like, "No,"
But you shouldn't have
But-
to be.
but I am. Like I like that stuff.
But you enjoy when a guy actually takes the time to be spontaneous.
Yeah, like, and it's not spontaneous on his end. I guess it's more spontaneous on my end. Like if he presents something and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, let's get it." And I'm like, cool, I'm down. But again, he's made a plan, which automatically I'm like, cool. This is what I like. Like, I don't have to plan it.
That's another
That's
thing.
amazing.
We don't know what we like until we experience.
Well, until you're in it. And I feel like
Yeah.
it's so many people. It's not just us.
Oh, no. But that's more of a general thing. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know what you like until you like it. I can't explain that. I can't make that
What
make
you
sense.
like it? No, I get that for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Sean, what else you got, baby?
When would be a good time for a guy to introduce kids or his family to you?
Ooh, we talk about this a lot. Family, totally different. Second date, fuck it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
If I'm vibing with somebody and they're like, "Hey, I'm having a barbecue at my family's house. Do you want to come?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do." Kids, I won't meet someone's kids, and I definitely won't introduce them to mine until we are like at an established place where I know it's going somewhere, or the feelings of it's actually going somewhere are there. So that's like probably to me 4 to 6 months. And if after 4 to 6 months, if I'm not feeling it, they're not fucking meeting my kids, and I am definitely not keeping this person around.
Yeah. I feel the same way about the kids. And the family thing,
But you know,
Friends
but
for
you
me-
and I are so different because, like, you know that I just am like, will get along with anybody and everyone will become my best friend. And like, I'm just a very easy person. And so, like, to me, it's not
You
that
are.
real because I don't have a big family. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to meet your family. Bring it on. Don't be mad if they love me more than they love you, boo.
they're like, Shan, where'd she go?
For real.
Why don't you bring Shan around anymore?
We love Shan.
That's funny.
Shan is Shan.
I'll be like on how to lose a guy in 10 days. Or I'm calling their mom and they're like, what the fuck?
Fucking my favorite movie.
Oh, it absolutely is. Karina will quote the whole goddamn movie.
The whole movie. Yeah, the kid thing, absolutely not. And it has to be like a 6-month thing if we've been exclusive for 6 months. And if I still don't feel like I want to introduce you to my kids after 6 months, then it's probably not the right thing.
Yeah. No
A
one.
smoker.
You know, I
Karina
used
and I actually had this.
we did
other
have
day.
this conversation because I was a smoker for a really long time in my early 20s and stuff, and it didn't bug me then, but it would bug me now, but not for the reasons that everyone thinks it would. I'm like a huge, like, if I kiss you and I taste it, it would like kind of turn me off a little bit. But like, I don't care if you smoke, but it, like, you would have to be like,
Same.
brush your teeth, put some Listerine in, like,
Yeah.
so I can't taste it. But like the fact that you smoke, it does not bother me at all.
I feel like I'm the same. Like, if someone smokes, would I want to date a smoker? No. I vape though, so like, who the fuck am I to talk? I fucking hate it.
You know what's so funny is I look back at like movies or anything like that, and I'm like, smoke, like, to me, like seeing a woman smoke or a man smoke, like, it's fucking sexy.
Okay, but these people are also incredibly fucking sexy. Where are those men? Where are the sexy smokers? That's what I want to know.
Nobody smokes anymore.
What's a guilty pleasure that both of you have?
Vaping.
Guilty pleasure. Vegging. Just vegging on the couch in the comfiest thing I own. Watching trash TV is my guilty pleasure. I fucking love
What's your
to
thoughts
veg.
on
We did that the other
Jersey
day.
Shore?
I
never
love.
watched
Oh, I loved it.
Fucking love that shit.
I fucking loved it back in the day.
I'm all about like Love is Blind right now.
Oh,
You're
same.
just watching it like my
When I'm talking trash TV, I'm talking like dating shows
yeah.
because I love.
You did this to me and you did that to me and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh shit.
And they're all in their 20s and they're super hot, and I'm sitting on the couch with like a fucking.
What have we always said? I'm like, can they please make a dating show about people in their 40s with kids and like
Right.
average looking people, please? Like,
Oh my God.
I think that is a thing.
It's a niche, man. I'm telling you.
You should
They need to do that.
Yeah,
film something.
we should.
Sean's just following us around.
Dating Salt Lake City, 40s. Okay, Shiny Poo Poo. Do you have any more questions?
What are three? Actually, we won't go three. We'll just do one. What is the most important thing you guys value in a relationship?
We can go 3.
Communication.
We'll go one just because of time constraints.
Meh. Time is subjective.
Your show. Do what you want.
For me, communication is like huge because I am a communicator big time. And I love, again, words of affirmation. But for me, communication. I want to be with a partner who I know can like express to me and understand that I will feel where they're coming from and like try my best to resonate and understand what they're saying to me. And I want that vice versa. So I would say communication is probably like the biggest thing to me. I don't want to spend my whole relationship guessing what's on someone's mind.
I would say that's probably my number one also.
Yeah.
And
it seems like we did the
Honesty.
whole thing. Yeah. Like when we did the relationships episode or whatever episode it was where we were talking about like what's most important to men and women, that was the number one thing across the board for men and women is communication.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last question I'll ask you guys.
Okay, boo thing.
Let's see. Do you guys believe in love at first sight?
No, we've already talked about this though.
Well, he wasn't there.
Yeah.
I
But we've already talked about it
Yeah.
on an episode.
yeah.
We believe in connection at first sight, but not love.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, shit. No, you got me. Does it matter how much a guy makes?
No.
No.
Does it matter if they're established? Yes.
Define established.
Someone who actually has a career or like has motivation and ambition, and they have to. Okay, for me, we've talked about this in other episodes too. They have to be doing better than I am. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I know I can take care of myself, but I want someone who is doing better than me because, and this sounds so fucked, but I have an inferiority complex and I almost like that. I like to have a little bit of like almost competition within myself to see that I have a partner that's doing better than I am so that I can like strive to do better for myself. So I don't even think it comes down to a monetary sense for me, but again, this is so broad because it's just so different for everyone. But for me, that's what it is, I feel.
For me, they don't necessarily have to be doing better than me, and it's not a monetary thing because, like Shan said, like I can take care of myself in a monetary way and my kids. I don't want to have to like
Take care of someone.
Like we've said. I would rather it be either equal or maybe him above me in a sense, because not because of the monetary thing, but just because it's that whole thing of being taken care of a little bit. And it comes in so many different ways, like emotionally, physically, and sometimes even
Well, it also comes
monetarily.
down to kind of gender roles too. For me, it does.
No, yeah, that's what I'm
Because
saying.
I want a protector provider.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that I want to like share bank accounts or like do the things. Like,
it doesn't mean that I would like quit my job or anything or like not
That's
be still
exactly
making
right.
money, but it would be like, I just really want to spoil you, Karina. And I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
you know?
let's go on a random trip to
Yeah.
Belize.
I do have a good question.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because you get the common thing that has been brought up is you guys don't want to take care of another person, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
How does a guy take care of you?
Making plans. I think the biggest thing for me is like when, for instance, I'm talking to anybody on like a dating app and we're like trying to plan the first date. I recently have just always said, like, tell me where to go, when I should meet you, and how I should dress. And like go from there. Like, I don't want the 20 questions of like, well, what do you like? And like, what do you want to do? And blah, blah, blah. Like, I've kind of like put it out there, like these kind of things. But like, I just kind of want you to take charge. I don't want to have to like think and plan and do all the things. Like, I just want to like show up and look pretty and be like, cool, this is what we're doing. Awesome. Because again, that's what I do in my daily life at work. And I just, and it sucks to say that because some of these guys, I mean, like they're doing that too in their daily lives.
Yeah.
But it goes back to the gender role thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
I want to be in my feminine. Like Sean has said, I just want to be like, cool, show up here, dress like this. I always kind of go back to like my little fantasy of like some of the like books that we've read. Like they send you a dress and they're like,
oh yeah,
be here at this time. And like,
totally.
Oh my God, like that, it like, oh, I would melt if someone like sent me a dress or like was like, be here at this time or the car is picking you up here, da da da. And I'd be yes, please. Like, don't have to think about anything.
Yeah. I agree. I don't remember what the question was. I know.
I was just about to say, I don't know what the question was.
I take care of you.
Oh, okay. So that, and then,
today, Junior.
I know. I'm sorry. Emotionally, like if I'm having a bad day, and I'm all over the place on this, but to just like ask me like, hey, what do you need? What do you need today?
Yeah.
And having that communication there and that healthy communication of me being like, okay, this is what I need. And them being like, all right. And following through with that.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I just want to be alone or I need a bath and I need a book and I need some food or I just need you to hold me or I just need you to, again, leave me alone.
Yeah.
For a minute. Just, I don't know. Reading my mind. Fucking read my mind. No, I'm just kidding.
That was a beautiful tangent. I forgot the question again.
How do you want to...
I take care of you.
Thank you. I was very in the moment with Karina.
Lord, woman.
I'm sorry.
She has the attention span.
I can't.
Already thinking about
My fucking squirrel
unicorn.
came in.
Squirrel.
That was okay. Take care of you.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Thank you.
And that's a wrap.
Cackle.
Just that one question answered by Karina.
Yeah, that's the whole episode. I think for me, a lot of it is just emotional. Like, I don't need somebody to like pay my bills or do the things or even take me out on dates. Like, I think for me, it's like more of an emotional thing where like someone, could just, we could be like cooking dinner together or watching a show or like even taking a drive or just like going out for drinks or just like knowing that somebody wants to like be in my presence. I think that that's probably one of the most important things to me is just like knowing somebody that like just wants to have like, again, deep conversations with me, be in my presence, want me to be around, like making time, making me a priority. I think that that's just like the most important thing. I fucking forgot the question again. I don't even know what I'm doing. What was the fucking question?
How does a guy take care of
Thank you. I think that that's really, though, I do think that that's where I was going with that. I really do think that that's how I feel like the most taken care of.
I think also understanding that like, and we're in a platonic relationship, my love.
Baby, I know it.
like,
Everyone fucking knows
Just
it.
knowing how to fucking deal with me,
Yeah.
I guess. Like, I feel like I'm pretty even killed.
You are.
But then when I'm not, I'm not.
Yeah.
And knowing how to handle that. I mean,
Like today, for instance.
like on the drive here, I missed the exit.
I was like, okay, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
And like, I had a total meltdown.
Oh, God.
Where I was like, I don't know what to
Unfucking
do. So unhinged because I had missed the exit. And
The Maverick.
it threw me into a spiral.
Oh, she was fucking spiraling.
Of like, I could not contain myself, and that is just me. But like having somebody that can understand me, like Shan, and when we got here, she got into my car and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, she's like, "Do you need a hug?" I'm like, and she just gave me a hug, and then it was okay, and it was fine.
It was great.
But like, also you being on the phone with me and being like, "What do you need?" And I'm like, "I don't need anything." You're like, "Okay, well, I'm here. Do you want me to get it?" Yes. Yes, I want you to get it. Okay. And you're like, "Okay, I'll see you in a minute."
I love
like,
you,
just
bye.
understanding like my fucking spiral craziness and like just being calm with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Because in the past, if I've ever had like, because we've talked about this, like I'm working on it, but I'm somewhat of a control freak. I don't like when things don't go a certain way, and that is what spirals me. And Shan can totally be like,
I understand the assignment.
"Well, babe, I'm here. I can do the things." And I'm like, "No," and I lash out. And anybody else would be like, "Well, fine, fuck you." And Shan's like, "Okay, well, I'm just gonna go do it for you." I'm like, "Fine, hey, thanks." But like having a partner be like, "Oh, you're so cute. You're a little crazy
You little psycho.
spiraling self," like petting my hair. Like that is, I need someone to understand that about me.
You totally get it, babe. Okay. Jesus. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Karina?
No, I just love you so much.
I love you too, babe. She's like, what have you done? Please send help. We've been recording for 74 hours.
It feels like that.
Oh my, well, okay. I love it because I know that when you're drunk, because you just go off on these fucking tangents. And now I'm so happy that I have someone to vouch for.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Where you
I'm a little
just like
tipsy.
go and I'm like, that's why I forgot the question 24 times because I was like just listening to your story. Just... But it's the best. I can always tell once you're gonna hit that point because you're just like, and then, and you forget what you're talking about halfway through. You just like go off on a whole other fucking.
I'm like, wait, what? What happened? What am I talking about? Oh my god.
It's the best, but I'm just like, I bet if you could just do the recording of me while you're talking, I'm like, oh my god, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. Don't be sorry. Don't ever apologize. I just
Literally
know.
have an hour and a half of just your camera.
I'm gonna find it and I'm just gonna.
Well, if you want me to do that one too, I can.
Oh my god, please! I'm just gonna be like, don't apologize. It's just funny because 30 minutes of this hour and a half.
Just off one answer to one question.
I'm just so happy that Sean was here to witness it.
Hey, listen, just tell me to shut up.
No, I'm telling you, it's not a bad thing. It's a funny thing. It's not a bad thing. Anyway,
Oh,
oh my God, it's been fucking real. This has been amazing. Thank you so much to everybody who listens. Please go and like and subscribe and do all the things. And if you would like, please go follow us on Instagram at whatever. Just search Not So Secret Lives. And I think you'll probably find it.
Yeah.
And if you can't find it from there, go follow us on Not So Secret Lives podcast on Facebook. We're also at Not So Secret Lives podcast or something. Fuck it. I don't know. On TikTok. Just search it and find us. God damn it. Just find one of us. They're all linked.
Secret Life
Yeah.
podcast.
They're all linked in the show notes.
Doing the shh.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all linked in the show notes. Help some sisters out. We love you guys. We appreciate every single person that listens. We look at the analytics and we see like all of the people that are listening and engaging, and it's just awesome. You know, we're just getting this started, and so we get that it's a slow burn, but every person that reaches out is just, it's just amazing. There's my 20-minute tangent. Anyway.
Are we there yet?
We're there. I know, Sean. You're like, get me the fuck out of here.
I love you.
I love you too, babe. Ba-ba-da-da.
Woo.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Sean.
Oh my God.
Over the place.
What happened?
I blacked out.
To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand firm. Sat and watch from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games to play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude.